lovelies, welcome to my channel. This is Lolo Moon and I am here to give you your September 1st message. It is the first of the month. Aren't we excited? Oh my gosh, we're getting so much closer to autumn / fall. Oh my goodness, aren't we excited? I just love it. It is my favorite season. So we're gonna get you your daily message today. I actually feel like these need another shuffle. I went ahead and cleansed the energy here. So now we're just gonna get started. Today I just looked at the astrology. I don't know if I think that it's already like this transit already started, but I wanted to talk about it because Mars is at an exact sextile with Jupiter. And so I feel like with this energy, you could be feeling very inspired and you are wanting to really go after something. Like there's an opportunity. You may find that you are more opportunistic at this time with Mars and Gemini. You know, this could be something that you've been thinking about, and now you know, you're finally feeling like it's the time to do it. You know, I definitely feel like this is putting your thoughts into action kind of energy. So if you have been considering doing something, especially in a creative flare, I feel like this is beautiful energy to really like take those thoughts and put them into motion. Okay. Once again, I have to clear my throat first thing in the morning. I don't smoke or anything. I just have asthma. But okay, let's go ahead and get your overall message for the day. That card wants to come out. You have the 11th house, friends, excuse me, and the 10th house of career. It also says the world. So, I mean, this could be friends across the world. You could be receiving support from friends across the world, or friends across the country, people that don't live in your general vicinity. You could have a support system online that you know, people that you talk to, like a community that you're in. You could be seen across the world, like somebody is very inspired by you. You could see a lot of growth and opportunity in your career that expands across the world. Like maybe this could be the energy of, because the 11th house is also community, right? And so this could be, and I just noticed it's 34 and 35, okay, which, yeah, I mean, duh, right? But it's like it goes from 7 to 8, okay? And so for me, 7 is like a manifestation number. It's a power number to really, like, it's the number of like self-mastery, deciding what you want, putting things into motion, that kind of thing, right? And then the number 8 is whenever like you're in the abundant flow, okay? And yeah, so anyway, you could be finding that you are evolving with the energy that I just talked about in terms of what you've been trying to manifest, what you're trying to master, a skill maybe that you're picking up, or something that you're doing that inspires people and helps you to be seen. Doesn't necessarily have to be across the world. It could be in your work environment. It could be that like your friends are seeing what you're going through like online, and they could be wanting to come in and support you because you're, you know, maybe you're struggling a little bit and you're receiving the support that you need, and that is the abundant flow for you. Abundance is not always about money. I know people don't always recognize that, but it's not always about money. You have the 8th house, endings and beginnings, on the bottom of the deck. And so this could really have to do with like, maybe there's a painful situation that you've gone through recently that's kind of sparking this development for you. It's like, it's like really throwing you into your purpose, your passion, you know, turning pain into purpose. I'm also just getting, like, I got, like, what I just heard was the wise one. The wise one just came to me. So, like, you're wiser now. And honestly, with this energy, you know, your friends could believe that you're wise, or you could be leaning on a wise friend, or people across the world could see that you're wise. You have a lot of wisdom, a lot to offer, or you're in a community that people think that you have a lot to offer, or you're leaning on somebody who does. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get your tarot message and see what's going on. I already shuffled these. So let's go ahead. What is the tarot message for September 1st for the collective, please? You have 3 of Pentacles. Like, yeah, literally, like I said, you have a support group, right? Oh my gosh, the 10 of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Like, it's community support. And the Magician. Let's just go from the bottom of the deck here. What else? What else do you have for? You have the Fool. Yeah, you're definitely, I mean, it's like you're taking the wisdom of the experience that you've had, you know, and you're pushing forward with it. You're like, all right, well, I learned a valuable lesson. I've learned a few things. I picked up a few things along the way, and I'm going to start over. I'm going to start a new cycle in my life. You have the Knight of Cups. You're going to go fulfill your destiny, find what your heart desires. And honestly, guys, like I was talking about yesterday with, like, the feminine energy sort of, like, overpowering the masculine, like, the intrinsic belief system that we have. This is like, the energy of life is just too damn short. Life is just too short to be miserable. It just is, okay? It's just too short to be miserable. So you have the 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, the 4 of Wands on the split. I feel like what's happening for you is you are achieving, like, you're achieving harmony through a community, through success in a career, regarding a community. Something like that. Like, this is how you get your mojo back. Like, this is how you get your mojo back. I love it. We have Temperance here. I'm over here just taking from the bottom of the deck and the split, because I just feel like this is telling me a whole big story that we need to hear today. So make sure all those cards are on camera. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles and the Chariot card over here. I feel like, oh my gosh, yeah, that 10 of Wands. I feel like you're tired of holding yourself back. I feel like you've done it enough, all right? And now you're over it. You're over holding yourself back. Like, you know, you're like, I feel like you're saying the time has come. The time has come for me to shine. The time has come for me to achieve a pinnacle of success here. Whatever success looks like for you, and let me tell you, it looks different for everybody. And I feel like it's absolutely, absolutely vital for you to get a firm grasp on what success looks like for you, so that you're not living somebody else's dream. Because I'm telling you, life is too short to be living somebody else's dream. And you could have a friend that you're talking to right now, or that is supporting you, that is helping you find what your value system is in regards to success, or is helping you see what your value system is in terms of a support group that you have. Excuse me, guys. I'm telling you, it's always first thing in the morning. Let me take a drink of water. Okay, I dropped the cap on the ground. Anyway, okay, so let me look at the cards a little bit here, because you do have the 4 of Pentacles and you have the 9 of Swords. And so, I mean, obviously there have been some stressors in your life, or else you wouldn't need the balance, right? But I feel like, I mean, you're using, as the Magician and the Fool, this is a powerful energy to me. Because this is like, you know, standing alone, standing on your own 2 feet, doing, like, kind of going against the grain. You got to think about it. Like, you know, magicians, mages, witches, etc., etc., they go against the grain. They don't really go with the crowd, right? They have their own dream. They have their own focus, And they face adversity because the collective doesn't always agree with the way that they move in the world. But I feel like it's such a powerful force because with the Fool card here, it's like, well, you know, you can believe whatever you want to believe and that's your stuff. But I'm going to liberate myself from it. I'm going to liberate myself from the stress of your mentality trying to lock me into a cage. Where's my thing? Trying to lock me into a cage right here. You know, because a lot of the times the Nine of Swords is like is other people's thoughts, other people's words that kind of stick in your subconscious, and then they haunt you. And they haunt you, like, specifically in times of Mercury retrograde. Like, for me, there's a couple of cards that are Mercury retrograde energies for me. The Two of Swords is one of them, which I don't see here, but we're not there yet. We're still in the shadow period. And the Nine of Swords. And a lot of people say that the Nine of Swords is the dark night of the soul. And I'm like, well, sometimes it's really just like you being... Sorry, my phone. That was my phone. Sometimes it really is you just being like up in the middle of the night during a retrograde, reviewing your past and breaking free from it. Getting your journal out and, like, you know, doing some writing and breaking yourself free from it with this Fool card, right? And that's kind of what I feel like is happening, because, like, I feel like other people's thoughts have the power to haunt you if you allow it, or other people's words have the power to haunt you if you allow it. People can take up free rent in your head if you allow it. And I'm not telling you don't process your feelings. That's what friends are for. That's what your support system is for. And maybe your support system is telling you, let it out. Let it out right now so it doesn't haunt you in the coming weeks, right? So that you can break yourself free from it and follow your heart. Move from a heart space. Do what's deep in your heart. And I'm telling you, I just mean it. Life is just too short. It really is, to be constantly, you know, locked in a cage. It's so interesting because I want to say it was the last Mercury retrograde that, no, it wasn't. It was during May. It was during May, the reel that I had, the song that came through with the Scorpio full moon eclipse. Gosh, that was rough, wasn't it? Was Bullet with Butterfly Wings from the Smashing Pumpkins. Is that the name of the song? Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. Right, despite all of our rage, we still do the damn thing every day. We still get up and we still participate in this rat race, and that's what yesterday's reading was about. But I feel like there's a part of you that's breaking free from that, because you're like, I have got to move from a heart space. I have got to love life, love what I do, find joy, find happiness, find a community, find people who support me, find people who understand me, you know, move into a level of success that is individual only to me. And what I believe success is, what I believe stability is, what I believe peace and harmony is, what I believe that it means to have everything that I want. And, like, it really is, this is a powerful energy, and it seems to be very much rooted in a very painful ending. And a painful ending, and this could be the dark night of the soul for some of you. For some of you it is, you know, it is just, you know, you had something very painful happen in your life, and you're up in the excuse me, you're up in the middle of the night, and you're haunted by the past, and you're haunted by the past by saying, why did I waste so much time? I wasted so much time, and for what? Was I really even following my heart, or was I stuck in my head about something? You know, were you a rat in a cage even though you were pissed off, even though you were done? Were you still just a rat in a cage? Do you know what I mean? And honestly, you guys, I mean, I'm kind of wondering, because this came up right now, if this reading sort of piggybacks off that one that I did around the Scorpio full moon. You may want to go back and look at it. I know I'm going to. Like, I want to see the link. Because sometimes that's the way it works. Like, sometimes there is, it's like there was something that got triggered in May, and now you're seeing the finality of it right now. But it's like the finality is kind of on your terms, it looks like to me. Because I feel like, you know, in the shadow realm, you could want to hang on to something, And in part of you may still hang on to a little bit of this pain, which is normal and it's okay. But I get the sense with this Chariot energy, like you're persevering, like you're moving forward anyway, right? Especially with the King of Wands. Like you're not going to sit around and fret. Like you're just going to get up. You're going to be your boss self. Look at this Lion energy. You're going to be your boss self. And, you know, you're going to move forward. And you've got, look at the infinity symbol. Oh my gosh, the abundant flow, right? And the gecko. And see, geckos, from what I understand, they, you know, this is about like being more malleable, you know, allowing yourself to embrace the change and move more into an energy that is more peaceful and satisfying and abundant for you. I don't like, you know, I try not to always use the word abundant, but sometimes that's just what the word is. Like, that's the word that comes. Like, it's abundant, right? I definitely get the sense, though. Like, I'm looking at the progression of the cards here, and it's like there's a painful ending that happens here, and you're kind of like rebuilding, and this is like the literal interpretations of the cards, right? Like, you kind of start to rebuild, you have a support group of people, you start to recognize your own power, you let yourself loose from something, you're like, what does my heart want? I know what my heart wants, and then you start to recognize what the pinnacle of success is for you. Personally, okay? And this brings you a sense of harmony in your life as you overcome the mental challenges that want to come up during the retrograde, right? But you stand very firm in your power, right? And you persevere as you move forward, okay? You move forward out of that damn rat cage, okay? You move forward out of that damn rat cage. You start to see life differently. Like, look at all this wisdom. The wise one, the hermit, the hanged man, justice card, the wise one. Like, you start to see life very differently from a wiser standpoint. And you're just like, yeah, I may have wasted time being a rat in a cage. I may have wasted time. But I learned something valuable, and I can use that on my fool's journey, on my next fool's journey, right? And I can use the wisdom of the past to help me be more connected and aligned from a heart space. And I'm going to tell you that being in an attached space is not the same as being in a heart space. Okay, being attached to a certain outcome or a certain person is not the same thing as moving from a heart space. Because moving from a heart space is moving from a healed space. It's moving from a divine abundant flow space. It is moving from a you are hanging on to your dignity, your self-respect, and your self-love space, okay? That is a heart space. Whenever you love yourself enough and you love other people, that you are in an abundant flow. But if you are constantly self-sacrificing for other people or another person, and you're not doing it because you want to be of service so much as you want them, like you want to have, you're the Four of Pentacles, you want them to pay attention to you or to be, you know, to recognize you. This could be in careers, this could be in love, relationships, etc., etc. It creates an incredible burden and a battle, because they're not going to be able to meet that, because ultimately, it's not a heart space. It's not a heart space from you, and it's not a heart space from them. You know, the heart space is rooted in self-love, self-compassion, grace, understanding, knowing your own needs and wants and values, really knowing yourself on an intrinsic level and what your heart needs from other people, and not sacrificing those boundaries, you know, not allowing other people to continuously cross them. That's not living from a heart space. That's living from an attached space. And they are different. They are. They really are. So that is really your message. I just picked up to the Strength card. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. Let's get you some advice moving forward. It's the first of the month. You know, this is just going to be advice over the next couple days, couple weeks, however it pertains to your life. The advice, Spirit. What is the advice? The Hierophant started to jump out. Where did it go? The Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, oh my gosh, y'all, they're reiterating the message. You have the Knight of Cups and the Magician. That is your advice. That is your advice. Close out this chapter and remember the wisdom that you gained. What you gained from the experience. You know, you could have gained... You could have gained a support system, a community. You could have gained success in your career because you're using your experience to help other people. You know, you could have gained your own self-value right here with the Empress. But either way, moving forward, what you're gaining is a hell of a lot more abundant because you're actually in tune with your heart space. You're not in an attached space. This doesn't even have to be with like a person, you guys. This could be just like an ending that happened in your life around May, where you were having to rebuild. You may have been hanging on to certain things. You had to release yourself from people's opinions, from just your own self-criticism with that Nine of Swords, and you know, really start to come into a space of recognizing, well, no, I may have wasted time or made mistakes, etc., 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 but I learned some valuable lessons about life, and look how much freaking wiser I am, and now, and therefore, how much more powerful you are, based on the fact that you are connected now to a heart space and what your heart really wants. And maybe what you were going through in your life, it could be a job, it could be a home, it could be a relationship, wasn't really what your heart wanted, you know, and you may have told yourself that it was, but it wasn't. And you could have been holding yourself back. And now you're seeing that you are a lot more powerful. You have a lot more going for you because you were able to close out a cycle, and you were able to take the wisdom and apply that to your life from a space of, you know, love, grace, self-respect, self-love, like compassion for yourself, understanding of your own needs, your boundaries, etc., etc., right? Like, it all starts at home. It all starts at home right here. Empress, Four of Wands. Your home, your personal body, your home, right? Your psyche, your spirit, your home. That's where it starts, you know, and then it expands from there. King of Wands to the Chariot, right? You have the Magician card twice out here. You are a powerful force. Don't allow the thoughts, other people's opinions that may come up here during the retrograde or even now, to make you second guess yourself or forget the power that you gained, the influence that you have, the recognition that you're receiving, or that you are receiving now, or you will be receiving in the near future. Don't let it stop you from, oh my gosh, I was like, is the Six of Wands going to come out on the other deck too? It sure as hell did. It sure as hell did. So right here, the Ace of Wands, don't let it stop you from your purpose, your passion, your inspiration, making shit happen. Don't let those thoughts that you have been, that may come up, right? Or other people's opinions, your experience, don't. You learned valuable lessons. You did. And now you get to move forward and be freaking successful, guys. Like, I'm telling you, this is incredible. Like, if this has to do with, like, an ending of a job, for instance, like, it was supposed to happen because it wasn't really attached to your heart space anyway. It just really wasn't. And it got you back inside of your roots and really, like, you know, getting in touch with what you want, like what your body is saying. You know, your body will tell you if something's not right for you. Like, it really will. I am not, like, your neck and your shoulders will start to tense up. You'll get chronic headaches. You'll get chronic stomach aches and, like, bowel issues and stuff like that. Not trying to be gross, but it's the truth, right? Your heart will race. Like, you'll grind your teeth, you know, this kind of stuff. Like, you know, seriously, your jaw will hurt, your head will hurt, your eyes will hurt, like, your hair will freaking hurt. Like, you will know that, like, something is not right for you. I'm so serious. Like, you really will. And honestly, this whole energy, because the Two of Cups is here, could be giving you a potential to open up the way for a new connection. You know what I mean? So, you guys, this was absolutely lovely. It really was. I want to close this out with a little oracle message like we always do. These are upside down. And we're going to wrap this up. I just... Mercury retrograde, tying up my words. Anyway, so... where it almost is. So if you're looking for a personal reading, you can book down below. If you do not see any times available for you that are on my scheduler, you can email me. Also, please be sure to hit like and subscribe. It helps my channel. Please be sure to share, comment, everything. Help me grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. You have mystery. Oh, wow. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Kindreds. Oh, my gosh. Community. I told you. I told you. You have a community. And do you see another bee? It works if you work it. I don't know why that just came to my mind. It works if you work it. And that could really just be your life. Like, it works if you work it. Like, if you put in the effort, you come from a heart space, you get to know yourself, you can make your life work. You know, that doesn't mean you're not going to have challenges. That's unrealistic. But you can. You know, what if you just took that leap, right? That Fool card took that leap of faith, you know, embrace the wisdom of the unknown. It's time to close something out because it wasn't bringing you what you want. It wasn't bringing you the wishes in your life, you know? And honestly, you may be suppressing your voice with somebody. And that's the other thing, okay? Like, if you're in a situation that's not good for you and you're suppressing your voice, you could end up with, like, a thyroid issue, like, all kinds of stuff, right? Because you were clogging that energy. And I'm not a medical health professional or anything like that. I work with energy, so I mean, you know, but that's my personal story. That is my personal story. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm not a medical health professional. That's it. I work with energy. So anyway, you're persevering and you have time in reverse. And I feel like this is telling you didn't waste time. You may feel like you wasted time, but you didn't. No, all of this was valuable. It served its purpose. It helped you to close out a cycle. It could have been a generational cycle. Like, something was supposed to end for you so that you could persevere. I love this bull energy. I mean, in charge forward, like unstoppable force. You may be a Taurus or be dealing with a Taurus. But anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. See you next time. Bye for now.